There was one day I was coming back from work or something.
Okay.
So I saw this dress. I always admire it. And at that point, I didn't have the money.
So what did you do?
I pulled one leg of my slippers. I folded the other one. I started begging, okay, my transport money lost. So I gathered that money and I bought that dress.
This is Banking on Love, where people talk about money on their first dates. They will pick from the deck of love cards on the table and ask their date a question. It could go great or not so great. Well, let's see who's compatible and who's not. Welcome to Banking on Love.
These are the moments when we recount the years to ask, whose dreams did we hold close enough to hear, even as a whisper? In 30 years, we said, you can hold our promise as bond. We built our foundation on these pillars: education, environment, community, art. We adopted schools to call our own, put books back in the rightful hands of children, rebuilt libraries for them to love. We said, you read, said you imagine, the whole world is waiting. We captured the stars in the eyes of athletes, their feet afford rhythm on greener grass, bodies glistening like black gold in the sun. We made what was forgotten new again. We turned waste to play, waste to style, and remembered that discarded does not mean destroyed. We wrapped the heart of a child in orange ribbon and said, this too is a gift. On Massey Street, we covered babies with our care and breathed new life into the walls. On streets across the world, we said, there is no room for hunger here. This is how small changes transform the world. Call the artists, our voice, our conscience, the keepers of culture, creators who tell our stories with food and fashion. Turn whatever their hands can touch into something more. Indigenous as global, global as homegrown, put the women behind the lens. Pull the dusty manuscripts from their shelves, pull the art into hollowed halls to sit beside the greats, pin our image to canvas and render us immortal. Remind us who we were and how many times we said, yes, there's hope for you here, where we bank on people, where we count on unseen potential. We dare to build from the very idea that dreaming is a fundamental human right, so dream bigger. Dream for a community of people who know that wealth is built by our own hands. Ask us now at 30. Ask us again in 30 more. Was this the founder's dream? Are these the promises made to enrich, transform, restore? Is this what was built with just passion and people? We will answer without flinching. We followed the orange rule and found the beating heart of a people. And we would do it all over again.
What is your guilty pleasure when it comes to spending money?
Clothes. I might have my last card, but I'll spend it on hair.
That means you must be a big babe.
Big babe. If you say so, I'll
Cut
stick
my
it.
hair. Oh, more.
I love to buy clothes.
Even when you don't need it.
I love to buy clothes, heels. I love to wear heels, but I don't know how to wear heels. So I love to get them. I just be staring at them.
You just be staring at them. That's the joy, just looking at your ears.
Yes.
I like glasses. I like
Oh.
shades. Anywhere I see something that attracts my eye, glasses, shades, I just like to own them. At some point, I thought about starting a collection of it, but it's a very intricate habit. But I like it.
Video game.
Video game.
I spend a lot of money on video games, and I don't mind being hungry just to buy this. If a new game come out
Just
and
get
everybody's talking about it, I don't mind spending my last dime to buy that game and just play, have the experience, have the feel.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done for money?
Yo, Igby. Now,
I don't know. I can't remember now. But when I was in school, I did a lot of embarrassing things for the money. I don't know which one of them is worse.
There was one day I was coming back from work or something.
Okay.
So I saw this dress. I always admire it. And at that point, I didn't have the money.
so what did you do?
What I did, I pulled one leg of my slippers. I folded the other one. I started begging, okay, my transport money lost. I'll be the fine am since. That's how I gathered that money and I bought that dress.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I at some point, I had to market things
Okay.
very passionately in public to people,
Is that embarrassing?
It's not really embarrassing, but when you have to display and have to perform things that you're
Oh
not,
yes,
extremely.
I can imagine.
You can imagine, can you? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
things like that. So yeah.
When I was in school, during my final level, I was unable to take my school fees. My daddy was very sick then, so I had to go and do this cleaning work.
Cleaning.
Yeah, it's not cleaning.
It's not normal cleaning, like cleaning like rooms now. Normal.
It's not rooms though. Normal all these companies that they clean the bedroom, toilet and everything just to raise
The
funds.
poop, all those things.
So I think that was the only thing I knew I did then to just pay my school fees because I was on the sick bed.
Can I feel on?
I Jesus.
I don't care about it. They're brand new
So-
for me.
I think that was the only thing.
All right. So if we ever decide to get married, yeah, what's going to be the ideal sum of money? I mean, how much do you feel like you would want us to spend on our wedding day? Like, I mean, what to use on our wedding day?
Well, let me just say at least 5 million naira or 6 is okay.
Really? That's not much.
I think $1 million is, I don't know, depending on the budget though.
What is your
Depending
dream?
on, but me, I would like a very low budget. Not low budget, something fantastic, but not too noisy.
Everybody have a big wedding, but me, I'm very conscious of financial constraints.
I feel it's a dream wedding. You shouldn't limit yourself to
I'm limiting
economic.
myself.
I feel wedding is like a one-time thing, so you should spare no cost.
Because I don't believe that.
Let's say 50 people, and not something shouty, something.
So if you want low-key wedding, do you want low-key honeymoon too?
Honeymoon, no. I love to explore.
Okay, for me, yeah, I feel, like I said earlier, I don't care what the situation is. I can even get married to you in the house, just I and you, your mom, my dad, or whatever case maybe you get. So for me, I don't know, as small as it can be. It's just me and you now getting married and having a family, so I never thought about it, yeah, so let me see. $1 million naira, yeah, because it's going to be just I and you.
I can plan the wedding, so.
Yeah, so, yeah. So.
Is a good name better than silver or gold?
Okay, that's a difficult question though. Because in one way it is for me. Okay, trying to be specific here, it is.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Who does the name help?
You help me.
How?
I like my name.
Please give me the silver and gold. Because at the end of the day, if you look at this question, good name, silver and gold. When you die, in 10 years' time, people forget about you.
I don't care.
When you don't have money, they will not even know your name to start with.
Okay, so you rather have a reputation than have money?
I'd rather have money and have the reputation
My
too.
dear, it's one or the other.
No, I can't. I'll have the votes. Honestly,
Okay,
no.
no problem.
So you,
No
what
problem.
about you?
I believe in money. I believe that.
So you can be wicked to have money.
I know that people would give you a good name if you have money. Yeah, it's the way it works. You can have money and then use the money to influence the way people perceive you.
Oh yeah.
So it's very important to always have money. Money is the bare minimum.
If you don't have money, what do you?
Yeah, so I don't need the good name. Let me have the bad name.
I want my good name. for my sanity.
So you be broke, and you have good name. That's why you suffer.
I will not suffer. I can't suffer.
So what is your love language?
Communication. I love communication a lot. When you don't give me communication, I want to break up because I love communication, eye contact, caring also. Yeah.
Okay.
I love quality time. Quality time, and then I love gifting.
You gifting, I be them gifting you.
Gifting me, of course, my love language, not
I
your
don't
love
see her for
language.
your eye before.
My love language, I like gifting too, anyways. I
Someone
gift people.
gifting you.
Gifting me and
Why
also
don't you
gift
gift?
people. I
Oh, you gift.
yeah.
Okay, that's
And I
nice.
like quality time.
What are you
Like-
gonna gift me?
The question is, what is your love language?
No, but you say you like gifting people.
Eh.
So I'm like, what are you gonna gift
See
me?
then,
Well, we're here. Why didn't we wait today on?
it depends. Since you like PS, I don't think I can afford that one. No, I can buy you perfume. I can sell perfume.
Perfume? Oh, okay.
I can sell perfume with time.
You're giving me one kind of vibe. I'm not gonna say it here.
No, it's not vibe. I'm just saying.
Okay.
For a start.
Thank God you didn't mention singlet and boxer. That's an improvement, I mean.
Money is not part of your love language.
Is money is money a love language?
I'm very curious though.
Money is not a love language. Nah.
Money talks. I thought that's like.
Money talks.
supposed to
How? Please, can you
speak.
educate me more? I want to learn.
They said money talks. You know, that's the word on the street. The money make people feel things. You know, and apparently money is a lot of people's love language. So when you give money, people feel like okay, you care about them to that extent.
That doesn't make sense.
To give money, but that's the norm.
For me, my love language. I love.
Scar touch.
No, far from it.
Most
That's
guys
not love
like
language.
physical
No. Oh, well, I love spending time with my partner. So
Time.
yeah, quality time. Doing traveling, basically traveling, having different adventures. Yeah, I'm not a boring person, so I can't be with a boring person. Yeah,
So that's all.
that's all.
Just quality time.
Just quality time.
No physical
Exploring
touch.
the world.
This is the first one I'm hearing. I don't have physical touch as a love language.
No,
Most men,
physical touch.
touch,
Physical touch isn't the
physical
love
touch.
language.
The love language.
It's not.
It is.
It's just the norm.
It's not a norm.
Think out of the box.
It's not a norm. It is.
Touching is inside the box.
It is.
I'm thinking out of the box.
You're different anyway.
No, touching will still come when you're exploring and spending quality time together.
Adam, see, physical
Have
touch
you
is
spent
there.
quality time without touching?
Some people don't like quality time. Don't talk to them.
Ah.
It's
So you
true.
mustn't talk to them, but you're spending time. You go for
But
a
you're
vacation.
combining both of them, and you also like physical touch.
But physical touch will
Guy.
still come inside the quality
Because
time.
you like it. Some people don't like quality time. Don't talk to them. Just say what you want and go.
Oh, okay, that's for them. I like quality time.
With a bit
Touching
of-
will come.
a
No,
touch
touching
of-
will come inside.
a touch of physical touch.
Burgundy touch.
Well, I enjoyed this date a lot because I got to express myself. And the guy in question is very expressive and adventurous, and I love it a lot.
I enjoyed my date. It was fun. Happiness is an interesting person. I enjoyed my date.
And this was fun, full of vibe. Larry was cool. Yeah, Larry's cool.
It's not every day you get to see an intelligent lady, an hard worker, someone who knows what she wants, someone who's focused, and someone who knows where she's going to get. So
I think my date was okay. Like, I love his points.
I had a good time with the dates. I think she spoke very well. She was very eloquent and she had very nice views concerning money and other things.
I agree totally. For us to discuss our finances before marriage because it goes a long way. Most people now, that's their issue. Most people in their marriages, that's what they go through. They don't discuss their financial constraints, how they spend, what they love. They just marry, and when you marry, you start solving the problem inside the marriage.
Well, discussing finance before going into a relationship, I mean, it's not necessary. We're just going into a relationship is not marriage. I feel before I open up about my finances to any woman, I feel it should take a time. It should take a while, and me having better understanding about that person.
It's fine. No, it's good because most times you really don't know what your partner wants, and sometimes they say girls are gold diggers. You get, and I feel that's cool because when you go on dates, these are discussions and topics you tend to talk about to know your spouse, to know if you're willing to get into this relationship or not.
It's very okay that both partners have common understanding before entering a relationship, so there will not be misunderstanding at any point. Even if there is a certainty that the conversation was had before then. So.
Okay, I think having conversations like this are very important, whether on the first date or on the third or on the second, but knowing what a person feels about money, about how they spend their time, and what they like is the most important thing you can know about the person.
These are the moments when we recount the years to ask, whose dreams did we hold close enough to hear, even as a whisper? In 30 years, we said, you can hold our promise as bond. We built our foundation on these pillars: education, environment, community, art. We adopted schools to call our own, put books back in the rightful hands of children, rebuilt libraries for them to love. We said, you read, said you imagine, the whole world is waiting. We captured the stars in the eyes of athletes, their feet afford rhythm on greener grass, bodies glistening like black gold in the sun. We made what was forgotten new again. We turned waste to play, waste to style, and remembered that discarded does not mean destroyed. We wrapped the heart of a child in orange ribbon and said, this too is a gift. On Massey Street, we covered babies with our care and breathed new life into the walls. On streets across the world, we said, there is no room for hunger here. This is how small changes transform the world. Call the artists, our voice, our conscience, the keepers of culture, creators who tell our stories with food and fashion. Turn whatever their hands can touch into something more. Indigenous as global, global as homegrown, put the women behind the lens. Pull the dusty manuscripts from their shelves, pull the art into hollowed halls to sit beside the greats, pin our image to canvas and render us immortal. Remind us who we were and how many times we said, yes, there's hope for you here, where we bank on people, where we count on unseen potential. We dare to build from the very idea that dreaming is a fundamental human right, so dream bigger. Dream for a community of people who know that wealth is built by our own hands. Ask us now at 30. Ask us again in 30 more. Was this the founder's dream? Are these the promises made to enrich, transform, restore? Is this what was built with just passion and people? We will answer without flinching. We followed the orange rule and found the beating heart of a people. And we would do it all over again.